Kerrang! Radio's The Night Before. That is Paramore. That's what you get. Hello, my name's Nick Majerison. Thanks for tuning into the show. Stand by, on the way. We've got that bloke I've been talking about all night who basically managed to predict the aftershocks which occurred in China following the earthquake that happened there. We did an interview with him on Tuesday, it was, and he made a load of predictions, one of which has come true. He's on the way next here on Kerrang!
Kerrang!
The Night Before with Nick Majerison.
Come on, mate, it's time to repent. Come and see me, get it off your chest.
Call now on 0845 688 1052.
Kerrang! Radio.
It's Kerrang! Radio. It's The Night Before. My name's Nick Majerison. Hello and welcome to the show. So this is an interview that we recorded on Tuesday. The reason I'm mentioning that to you is because the guy involved, he makes predictions about things. And when we did the interview, well, as you'll hear, his first prediction actually came true. And just a little bit of factual information for you. There was a massive aftershock which occurred in China, which he talks about in a matter of seconds. Listen, I want your analysis on this. I don't know that I believe that you can predict the future. I don't know that I believe this guy at face value. 0845 688 1052 is the number. Once the interview finishes, give us a call. I want your analysis on this interview that we did with Dr. Turi. With us, we have a chap who claims he predicted 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, the Asian tsunami, the death of the actor Heath Ledger, SARS, the virus SARS, the Californian fires, the earthquakes we had here in the UK, and on and on. The list is absolutely massive of things. It's an unbelievable story. Let's get him on the show. His name's Dr. Turi. Thanks for joining us, man.
You bet. Thank you for inviting me, Nick.
Now, there's a huge long list of things here which it's claimed you predicted. Hurricane Katrina.
Yes, indeed. As a matter of fact, I was on coast to coast. I'm sure you get coast to coast in Europe too. And I told George Norrie to be ready for a series of hurricanes, and I even gave the date, which I'm going to do on your show later on, if you allow me to, for some prediction that will touch the UK.
So you went on the radio on a station called Coast to Coast.
Right.
And you made these predictions, right?
Correct. I even told George, be ready for, last time I was there, I said to him, be ready for an earthquake in 2 days. I told him 2 days, and he laughed at me, and he says, Dr. Turi, earthquakes happen all the time. I says, no, George. The one I'm talking about are earthquakes that are going to be well above 6 point something. And 2 days later, exactly a 7.1 hit Indonesia, and it's on their website. So all my predictions are well documented on my TV show, on my radio show, and anything that's happening in terms of earthquake activity, UFO activity, the restructure of the internet, earthquake that happened in places that never happened before, like you guys had last March in the UK. It's like NASA. Many times I've said to NASA not to stay in the shadow. If they do, they're going to kill people. And each time it happened, they are not listening.
You've actually predicted problems with NASA and that kind of stuff. You've actually told them about it.
That's
and
correct.
Said, don't launch your shuttle on that day because it will cost lives.
Exactly.
This raises a question, doesn't it, Dr. Turi? Because if they'd followed your advice, your prediction would have been wrong.
The point is, had they listened to me, we would have like 15 astronauts alive today.
But your predictions would have been wrong. Why?
Because if I told them not to sign the shuttle because somebody was going to die, and if they did, those people did die. So that proves me right. I'm not understanding you, Nick.
Well, what I'm saying to you is when you warned NASA, you said, listen, I predict that these astronauts will die on that day. That's what's going to happen.
Right.
So in warning them, had they have followed your advice, your prediction would have been wrong.
Well, I don't know how you put it. The only thing I said to them is that day, these people are going to die because you don't send the shuttle doing some celestial negativity that's going on above the head. But NASA don't have cosmic consciousness. Those mental snobs, those educated morons do not perceive the archetypal realm of consciousness. They are dealing with numbers. They are dealing with hard facts. I'm coming from the archetypal realm of consciousness and the stars. They are coming from logic, science, and mathematics. So we are not speaking the same language. The fact is, when I told them that things are going to blow up and people are going to die, it did happen on the spot. You are taking a chance by getting me on your show, and I'm going to prove to you by giving you dates that I know what I'm talking about, because the future is my only witness. You took a chance. They did not. They lumped me immediately as a psychic.
Okay, well, let's get some predictions for things that are going to happen. And then what we'll do, Dr. Turi, is, like you say, we'll keep in touch with you, we'll call you back, and probably the next time we speak, I'll be in awe because of the things that you predicted which came true.
That's where you find out that I put my name on my prediction for good reasons. You know, I mean, I do this all the time. Let me tell you something first. I don't want to scare your audience or you or anybody, but I'm giving you the date of May 24th, 25th, and 26th, which is very close. It's in 4 or 5 days, right?
Yeah, May the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th.
And the 26th. I'm giving you that window of 3 days. Now, be ready for earthquake and explosion. The key word will be surprise. You know, an earthquake is a surprise. A big explosion like you had on your tramways, it's a big surprise. So let's put it this way for the first date. You got it?
Okay, so an earthquake and an explosion, or maybe an earthquake or an explosion, and the key word is surprise.
That's correct.
But hang on, wait a minute, Dr. Turi.
You bet.
It won't be a surprise for me, because you...
No, because you're advised.
Yeah,
yes,
you've
and so
warned
are
me.
your listeners. And so are your listeners. It won't be a surprise.
Okay, so earthquake and an explosion, or maybe an earthquake or an explosion between the 24th, 25th and the 26th.
That's correct. Now remember, this can happen in Asia. They are ahead of us. So I'm giving you the window to touch, to be close to Europe, Asia, and the United States, because we have a different longitude and latitude, different time on the clock. And remember, these are not earthquake or a small earthquake or small explosion. It's something that will go all over the world. Everybody will know about it, like the last earthquake we had, Saturday night in China. That was also fully predicted in my book.
Okay.
Right. And let me throw also that NASA will make the news.
NASA will make the news.
Yes, my friend.
Right. Is that... Do you want to give us another prediction, or are you
I'm going to give you 2 more, if I may.
Okay, let's hear another.
We're going to go to June now, okay? I'm going to give you the date of 4th, 5th, and 6th of June with some natural disaster that will force thousands of people to relocate.
Wow.
Okay, you hear me again?
Yeah, a natural disaster that will force thousands of people to relocate. That's
Right.
between the 4th and the 6th of June this year.
Right, the keywords will be relocation. The keyword will be beginning or ending of important phases of life, or something like that.
Okay, so that's a significant event as well. Relocation, a natural disaster.
Correct.
4th and 5th of June. 4th, 5th, and 6th of June.
Right.
Okay.
And the last one, we're going to go all the way to the 13th, the 14th, and the 14th of June, where you can expect some very dramatic news that will attach the police and terrorism.
13th, 14th, and 15th of June.
Right.
Involving the police and terrorism.
Secret that comes to light, that would be the keywords.
Secret that comes to light. So you're saying a major development in the story of terrorism coming on. Give me the dates again.
13th, 14th, and 15th of June.
13th, 14th, and 15th of June. Well, I mean, do you know what? I don't know what to make of this, but I'll know what to make of this.
When it happened.
Yeah, when these things either do or don't happen. And how are you doing this?
How do I do it? It's like asking Mozart or Beethoven how they play piano. Like you have your gifts, I have mine. But I have cosmic consciousness, which means I was born with the ability to perceive the archetypal realm of consciousness, understanding the cosmic codes.
Do you know what? I like I say, I don't know what to make of this, Dr. Turi, but we will call you back.
You bet.
We will get you on the show again.
You bet. Thank
we
you
will
for
check out these
inviting me.
predictions. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. You have a good day and be safe out there, okay?
Okay, so that's the interview we did on Tuesday, and like I say, one of those predictions appears to have come true. 0845 688 1052. Your analysis. Talk to you in a second.